And I'll do a little with plenty of slides. I've got only about 4 slides. Hello everybody, are we all good? Yeah? Alright. Thank you, my name is Sandra and I'm the maker of SunLove Greens. Haven't even started yet. We'll go to the next slide. So my computer was a bit different to what was there, so I've got to tell. Okay. Let food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. That was said by Hippocrates at 460 BC. 2,500 years ago is when he said that. And it's still valid today, as valid today as it was back then. The foods that he was referring to were the foods that was grown in his garden, in the fields, and they all came from the ground. Other foods that he was referring to grew in the sea, like the nori and the dulse. They were sea plants. And he felt that it were those kind of foods that healed the body. He also said that when we were stressed, when we had a knot in our stomach, we shouldn't eat at all, because we don't digest. He also said that if we were sick, not to eat, just let the body rest. So fasting, we call that fasting today. Now why was that? Why was he so eminent that there were foods that would heal and foods that would harm? And we'll go to the next slide for that. No? One more. There we go. Now this is a chart, this is an alkalizing and acidic chart, and you can find this on Google. In fact, there's many variations of it, and you can print it off or read it. But basically, all the foods that we eat kind of belongs in there. The way it works is that there is a pH in every food. The pH goes from 0 to 14. Do we all know about pHs? No? Yes, some of you? Yes. So, it goes from 0 to 14, so 7 is neutral. 0 to 7 is acidic, and from 7 to 14 is alkalizing. So all our food goes in that region. Now our body, our physical body is a pH of 7.4. That means we're slightly alkalizing. Right? We are a little bit on the alkalizing side. So let's have a look at the foods. Alright? The red, all the red ones, that's all our junk food. It is our packaged food. It's all our acidic foods, our pastas, our bread. Our animal protein also belongs in that group. And unfortunately, 94% of our diet is made up of that section. The yellow bit and the orange bit, that's the neutral. The foods that belong in that region is corn and seeds, nuts. So they are more neutral. And of course, we have our little green section up here. That is our health food. They are our berries, our dark green leafed vegetables. They are all alkalizing. Now, why is that so important? If we have mainly an alkalizing diet, our body will start functioning better. We will lose our brain fog, our pain in our fingers, because arthritis is caused by acidic foods. If we have an alkalizing diet, that will go. There are certain food rules that I keep to, and it goes as follows. We eat 60% raw. Why raw? Well, because it has a lot of fiber. Fiber might be hard to digest, but it is good for our gut bacteria. It means that our body will work hard to digest the raw food. So 60% raw. Now 80% should be alkalizing. 80% should be foods that are in that corner. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but when you have a look at Google or you look at it yourself, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It is all our health food, basically. 20% is allowed to be acidic. Now, how does that work? Since all our acidic food there is junk. Well, we're talking about our nuts and our seeds and our protein and our starches. Protein and starches are also acidic. So have 10% of your protein with lots of vegetables and have 10% of some starch with lots of vegetables. If we follow that kind of diet, everything will start going a lot better. We must drink a lot of water. And isn't that ironic that today we are told you must drink 8 glasses of water or have your bottled water? 100 years ago, that wasn't the case. Why do you think that is? It's because back then, all the foods that we were eating had a higher water content. Like an apple is 80% water. All the foods in that section, our health food, has a high water content. So if we eat a lot of alkalizing food, we naturally get a lot of water. So let's go to the next slide, because this actually proves how healthy and how safe it is to have an alkalizing diet. In fact, if we have it, we can reverse any disease that we have. We can cure it and we can avoid it. So when we have a look, every person that has cancer has a pH that is too high, that is too acidic. So that was by Dr. Otto Warburg in 1931, and he won a Nobel Prize for it. It was proven that if you put a cancer cell in an alkalizing environment, it dies. It doesn't grow. Yeah? So that is really good to know. I think it's very, that's where the research should go into. So if we go one more slide, I will just have a list there of a lot of the alkalizing food and a lot of the acidic food. And you will see yourself that a lot of your diet consists of the acidic foods. So try to steer away from those kind of foods. Yeah? Here we go. Alcohol, I'm very sorry, is also part of that, and our coffee and tea. And the one thing that is in there as well is our animal protein. Now the reason why I steer away from that, because animal protein tends to trigger the diseases. If we look at our main diseases, our heart disease, our cancers, prostate, breast cancer, diabetes, there is a trigger. And the trigger, I think it's it's 2 down, go 2 down. The trigger is called IGF-1. Do any of you know IGF-1? No. IGF-1 is an insulin growth-like factor. That means that it builds cells. And if you happen to have cancer cells, it also builds that. It is what David was talking about before, that it is the sugar that spreads it and grows it. Now, and if you have a look, it is the dairy that is the most trigger in IGF-1. I want you to definitely research it on Google. Is it written down? It's written up the top there. Remember that. And Google it, and you'll find that a whole world will open up to you, because that is the trigger to make us sick. So if we eat foods, which is our alkalizing foods, that don't have any IGF-1s, then we are on the right path. We will find we are more with energy, that we look better, our skin clears up, and that is what I want to promote in my product. So we'll go to my product. And you can taste it today. We are going to have some samples for you to taste SunLove Greens. It tastes very nice, but I do want to say, because we have a limited amount of cups, that if you are together with your friend or family, do share the cup. But we will put some in some water. You can have that in normal water or in coconut water. But this is SunLove Green, and I made this because I struggled. I had a very low immunity. I was an asthmatic. Lots of things were wrong. I had a thyroid problem, and my adrenalines were totally shot to pieces. In fact, most people here, adrenalines could do with some healing. So what I did is I looked at all the ingredients that I've chosen that supported our adrenalines. Oh, there it is. And it's 100% certified organic. It is important that if we are on this road of health, that we have organic or certified organic ingredients. Otherwise, you are going to have a product that also includes toxins, and we don't want that. No, we don't want that. So I made this, and it tastes wonderful. It's highly alkalizing. Yeah? So let's have a look what it says. It says IGF trigger free. So there are no triggers in that will take you to the wrong path. Gluten-free, of course. It is all natural. It's actually raw. It's actually a raw product as well, and it is soy-free. Not that soy really worries me, because soy actually doesn't trigger IGF-1 factors, but it just happens to be soy-free, and some people don't like that. So that's a plus point. Now it's high in fiber, because it is raw, so the more raw we eat, the more fiber we get. There's collagen in there because I put dulse in it. Dulse, does anybody know what that is? It is the purple seaweed, and it tastes beautiful. Very high in collagen. Other foods that's high in collagen is your celery, your parsley, your okra, kale. Kale's in here as well. They are your natural collagen builders, because we all make collagen. High in iron, calcium, protein. Did you know that protein only comes from the plants? We do not get protein from animals. We get it, well, where do the animals get it from? They get it from the plants we eat. This isn't a protein product. So if you're looking for that, have a look at other products on our platform. But it does still have quite a lot of protein in it. The omegas are at the right ratio, 3, 6 and 9. 9 is important. You only get the 9 in plant sources of omegas, not in the animal source. And the benefits are, you will build a more congruent cell growth. So the cells that you are, of course we grow new cells every single day, it's stronger. It absorbs better. Yeah? The integrity of the cell is better, and that's what you want. Because that builds our health, our immunity, it detoxifies the system a lot easier, and it supports our adrenalines. And once our adrenalines are strong and healthy, that is when our immunity goes up. That's when we stop being sick or tired. We don't get that dip in the middle of the day. And so therefore it boosts your stamina and it clears brain fog. What has the brain got to do with that? Well, we also have cells in our brain. So the gut and the brain is very much connected. So when we have good gut health, our brain fog goes. The way it is that our cells are beautifully and round, and it absorbs. And when you have a product like SunLove Greens that is all natural, it just absorbs it. It is when it has toxins in it that our body don't recognize the product, and it starts detoxifying, it starts throwing out the toxins. So all our energy goes to throwing out toxins. With SunLove Greens, you don't even have to do that because there are no toxins in it, there's no sugar in it. Right? No sugar in it. It is sweet tasting, so who would love to have a taste? Yeah, we all like to have a taste. Now the good thing is, if you are going to buy it today, you're going to get a beautiful sample, plus some more SunLove Greens. I've done this for you to test your own pH. So these are 2 pH testers. collect some saliva in your mouth. Don't suck on it, because then you suck off the solution. You don't want that. But if you just dip it in your own saliva, you will see where it's at, where your pH is at. Now, if you're healthy, it most likely will be green. But if it's anything but green, so a bit yellow, you definitely need it. So then have a taste of the SunLove Greens and use the other stick, there is 2 of them there, to test yourself again. Now you can do this at home, so everybody who will buy a packet today will get this for free. Alright, I've got a plenty there. It does retail for $67.95, which is, there is 100 scoops in there. Now a scoop is about a teaspoon, 4 grams. So what's that? At least 3 months worth if it's just a one person. So it's very affordable. It's about a cup of coffee a week. That's how much you spend on it. So do yourself a favor and have a taste and see if you like it. You can have it in a smoothie or by itself in some water or coconut water. You can sprinkle it over some cereal or even make bliss balls out of it. I was meant to make some, but I didn't have enough time. Do we have any questions about this or anything else? Lee.
You make the best SunLove Greens.
I do, don't I? We have this every single day, people. You know why I have it every day? Because our cells are renewed every single day. So, one way or another, I will have it every single day so that tomorrow my cell growth is perfect. Yeah? It throws out our old cells, any cells that are damaged or diseased, it throws it out, it gets rid of it, because you're strong enough. You will find that your fingers are more flexible, that you don't have pain in your knees or your ankles or your fingers, because it gets rid of arthritis, because you're alkalizing your system. Please remember that it is all reversible. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am? Yeah, a vegetable juice. I think David was saying you just put it in your juice as well, David? Yeah, so you would just... Yeah?
Normal green juice, and I add that in.
So he adds it into it. Perfect. Wonderful. Yeah.
Sandra, is there a better time of the day? Like, is it better in the morning or the evening?
I think in the morning is perfect, but I also think 2 o'clock in the afternoon is perfect. So you get rid of that dip for the rest of the day. And even though it doesn't have sugar, it still carries you throughout the day, so don't have it later than 4. Yeah? Anybody else? How are we? Oh, they're making it now. I can't believe, did I turn that even on? I didn't. Yes, we're going to have some taste. So, Chiho, anything else?
They come with the family.
They come with the family? Okay. I think that's it. I stayed under my 20